Wish I could cut her up, but my stomach come before 6. A house full of hoes. Now what's the ingredient? Spaghetti plus a monthly flow.
They know they're making it hard on the yard. Fuck Chris Darden, fuck Marshall Claw. Taking us when we in the spotlight for a joke.
And it's beyond race, beyond TV, beyond what you know, motherfucker. It's incredibly inhumane, the things that are being done to people. I think that every time I say that, the one thing that conservatives think of is, hey, you know what, well, look at how Mexico treats its illegal immigrants, or look at any country. Well, I thought we were supposed to be better, the best country in the world. So how are we treating the people that are the life and blood of every corporation that exists in this country? The people that have lived here since before there was some such thing as a Christian or a Muslim. We've been here for thousands of years. We've been here probably before Judaism. So nobody could say anything to the people that have existed here, the Native Americans, because if you're not American, if you call yourself an American, then obviously most people have a prefix before that. The only people who don't try to put that before that is white people, even though they should. They should say, I'm a European American, because you ain't pop about the dirt, homie, you know? And that's no disrespect to nobody, but if I got to call myself a Latino American, or, you know, people are African Americans or Asian Americans, then implying that somebody's native to this soil and they were the people whose ancestors originally committed a genocide of the native population in order to empower themselves in this land, how does that make them the original caretakers of what this country was built on?
Well, there's a certain percentage of people that do come from South American countries and also Mexico. But what about the people who come from other countries, other continents, even Asia
And Africa and stuff like that? Well, I mean, that's a concept that, again, brings us back to the third world. A lot of those countries are in that position because of the relationship that they've had, or rather this country and other first world powers, the relationship that they've had with them. You know, why do you think people in West Africa speak all sorts of different languages? None of them are, you know, they speak French over there. Why? Because they decided one day, oh, that sounds like a great language, because they were colonized. And they always go to the place that colonized them. That's why you'll find lots of Indian people in Britain. That's why you'll find lots of people from the Antilles in Holland. That's why you'll find lots of Mexican people in America. That's why you'll find virtually every person who's been a victim of colonization striving towards the image of the colonizer, because they associate that with strength. They associate that with success. In the same way that, you know what, a child who grows up being abused by their parents, they think, one would rationally think, you know what, I don't want to grow up to be an alcoholic abuser. But at the same time, they associate that with strength and with manhood. So that's what they end up being. And that's unfortunately what our people end up doing all the time. We associate that with strength. So we abuse our own people because we're overcompensating for a time when we had no strength and nothing. And that's the greatest struggle that I think man has, that whole sense of control. We often fight with ourselves to say, oh, how much of my destiny do I really control? Are there just limitless possibilities that God has set forth? So wherever I end up is where I was going to end up anyway. Is my destiny mine to control? Is it like a hill where I'm on a toboggan and I can veer to the left and veer to the right and get to where I want to go, but I'm going to end up at that bottom of the hill anyway? In order to make up for that lack of control, we seek to conquer other people. And the reality is, we do that because we're incapable of conquering ourselves.